Hey, good afternoon everyone. This is Coach Jeff again. Now we're gonna be doing another drill. This is called pivot. This is the basic of pivot. This is before doing any dribbling, okay? So obviously before we start doing any drills, we have to start warming up those warm-ups that we used before practice or drills. When we go to the court, it's still gonna be the same warm-up just to stretch your muscles and avoid any injuries. Okay, we're gonna start. So on the basic pivot, it's still the same concept. You're still gonna be doing the triple threat as you are all aware. The triple threat is basically just trying to stay ready when you get the pass. So triple threat, that's why it's called triple threat, because it's either you're ready to shoot, you're ready to pass, or you're ready to dribble. So triple threat, when you catch the ball, you have to stay alert, so the ball should be on the chest area, not on the waist, because it's too low. You have to be ready to shoot. So you catch the ball, ready to shoot, or ready to pass, or ready to dribble. Okay, so that's going to be the first one, triple threat. And now the second one, we're going to be doing the pivot foot. So if you're going to be using your left as your pivot foot, you're going to start with either the front pivot, the side pivot, or the reverse pivot. So it will look like this. So when you catch the ball, triple threat, you can do a front pivot. So you always have to hide the ball. Hide the ball when you do a front pivot, because you'll be going towards the defender. And then neutral position. So hide the ball, could either be on this side. Okay? So mainly if you're using your left foot as your pivot foot, so the ball will be on your hip and your hands will be hiding the ball. Okay? So neutral and then side pivot. So when you do a side pivot, you can put the ball up a bit like this as well. So it's moving away. So actually protect it from the defender. So that's the side pivot. So front pivot, neutral, side pivot, neutral. Okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the reverse pivot. So triple threat, so reverse pivot. So you can do either a quarter, that means you're moving backwards, or a full 180-degree reverse pivot. Okay? So again, so triple threat, reverse pivot. Okay? You always have to look at where your defender is. Feel your defender. Okay? Okay, again. So catch the ball, triple threat, front pivot, neutral, side pivot, neutral, reverse pivot, front pivot. See, that's the same. Okay, again. Triple threat, front pivot, neutral, side pivot, neutral, reverse pivot, front pivot. Okay, so that's it. Now we're going to do this on the other leg. So what if your right leg is your pivot foot? So it's going to be the same. If you're right-handed, triple threat, chest area, and then side pivot, hide the ball, neutral, front pivot, neutral, reverse pivot, front pivot. Okay? Again, catch the ball, triple threat, front pivot, neutral, side pivot, neutral, reverse pivot, neutral. Again, catch the ball, triple threat, front pivot, neutral, side pivot, neutral, reverse pivot, front pivot. Okay? So that's it. So what we're going to do now is basically trying to practice. This is actual game scenarios. Practice without the ball. So you'll be jogging, and then you suddenly stop. Imagine you have the ball in your hand. You do a side, you do a triple threat, you do a fake, side pivot, neutral, front pivot, neutral, reverse pivot, front pivot. That's it. So you jog, stop, boom, fake, side pivot, front pivot, reverse pivot. Okay, I'll jog again. So we're gonna be using your left foot as your pivot foot. Okay. Okay. Triple threat, fake, side pivot, neutral, front pivot, neutral, reverse pivot. Go back to neutral position. Okay. Now we're gonna be using the right foot as your pivot foot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Triple threat, fake shot, side pivot, neutral, front pivot, neutral, reverse pivot. Go back to neutral position. Okay, now you jog. Triple threat, fake, side pivot, neutral, front pivot, neutral, reverse pivot. Go back to neutral position. Okay, so now we're gonna use the ball. Okay, so imagine, don't dribble yet, just imagine you're gonna get the pass. Get the pass, triple threat, fake, side pivot, front pivot, reverse pivot. Go back to neutral. Okay, again. Receive the pass, fake, side pivot, front pivot, neutral, reverse, and then that's it. Okay? So, it's going to be on the right leg now. You're going to be using your left leg as your pivot foot. You jog, you stomp, fake, side pivot, neutral, front pivot, then reverse pivot, neutral position. Okay? So, that's just the basic of pivot foot. There's a lot of combinations, but once you master just those, it will be hard to figure out which way you're going. This is pretty good before you even dribbling the ball. So as you can see, the triple threat, you already have 3 options. So the defender will already be confused. So as long as you do it properly, head, chest, your positioning. So when you try to do a triple threat, if you're gonna shoot like that. And then if you're gonna pass, remember the basic chest pass, that's it. Or you dribble. So there's already 3 options. If you add the pivot foot, so just imagine, I'll count the options you can do. So the defender will get really confused. Triple threat, fake pass, fake pass. So that's already 3 options. Now, what if you add pivot foot? So 1, so that's the 4th option, 4th. And now you're not going there on the right, so you're going to the left, boom, and you're not going there, so that's already 6. So, and then you add the reverse, 7, you're not going there, then you're going back. So, see, you already have so much options, it's up to you to combine. So just as long as you master the pivot foot, your front, neutral, side, neutral, you can do the reverse, neutral, or you can even do the reverse and then reverse. That's it. It's up to you as long as the pivot foot stays planted. Okay, so you can review this video all the time. Do it slowly. Do it slowly. The important thing is you get the body mechanics. So triple threat, so you have to be slightly bent so you won't get pushed over. You have to be strong on your core here, on your legs, your waist, your lower legs. Okay, so front, neutral, side, neutral, reverse, neutral. Okay, so yeah, master that first, and then I'll add some more videos once you get used to this. Okay.